Well, good morning. Today is Saturday, October 14th. I'm on my way to my Weight Watchers meeting. I do think I'm going to have a slight loss. Not a big loss, but I'll take whatever loss I can get. It's raining. It's not just spitting. It's actually raining. So I'm not really sure that I'm going to be going to Sebastian's game. I'm thinking that even though they play in the rain, I think if it's raining this hard, they won't be playing. But we'll have to wait and see. I'm going to try to make that pasta fagioli soup today. I figured out how many total points for the whole recipe, but I don't really know how much I'm going to get out of the recipe. So I'm going to film it as I'm doing it, and then when I scoop it out, if it's too many points, I don't know that I'm going to post it. I don't want to put bad things out there for, I mean, everybody can make their own choice, but I figured it was 103 points for the total recipe, and I'm thinking that you could probably get, I'm thinking out of 2 pounds of meat, I was thinking you'd get at least 10 1-cup servings. So that would put it at around 10 points a cup, which is kind of high for a cup of soup, but it's so good. So I'm gonna see. I think that I'm thinking I could probably get 12 cups out of it, which would bring it down to 8, which is a little over 8, probably be 9. 9 times 12 is 108. Yeah. Wow, 1 point. Woo. But we'll see. It's a good hearty meal at least. The Weight Watchers chili is only 5 points for a cup. So I'm thinking maybe I did it wrong. I'm going to show my numbers to my leader and see if I did it right, because I think I did it right. I took the total points of everything and added them all together, and then I think you just divide it by how many servings you get. So I'd like to think there's 16 ounces in a cup, but I know there's only 8. Other than that, I really don't have any plans for today. I'm going to do some laundry, and I have to bring David's phone. He dropped it and cracked the screen, and thankfully I remembered his password because he left his phone with me to bring today to see if I could get it fixed. And his alarm clock went off at 5:30, and I had to have his password to turn the alarm off. Otherwise, I could snooze it, but it kept like snoozing. It wasn't shutting off, and I didn't want it. So I went back to sleep, and then Jim's alarm woke me up at 7, and then I went back to sleep again, and then I woke up when he left. And I thought, I'm just going to stay up and watch some videos. So I did watch a few videos this morning, and then I lost track of time, and so now I'm running late because it's 8:51. The meeting starts at 9. Well, I'm only about 5 or 6 minutes away. I'll be just like cruising in right at 9 o'clock. Jim used to get so mad at me when I worked, because if I started work at 6 o'clock, I was there at 6 o'clock. I punched in at 6 o'clock. Occasionally 5:58 or 5:59, but for the most part I punched in at 6 o'clock. Whereas if Jim worked and started at 6 o'clock, he was there at 5:30, because you have to be a half hour early. Because if you're not a half hour early, you're a half hour late. I don't have that same mentality. Of course, I always left right on time too, so I had the same mentality both ways. If I didn't finish a project, though, I would stay to finish it. I wouldn't rush out the door. Well, it's 3 o'clock. I gotta go now. I would stay if it took a couple extra minutes. Of course, I got paid for it too, so that kind of you didn't mind that. When I was working at Montgomery Wards, I found a way to trick them into making me full time, because I wanted to be full time. Because when you were full time, you had a set schedule, you had set vacation days, or like days off, and you had 2 weeks vacation. If you're part-time, you didn't really get 2 weeks vacation. So I found a way to beat the system was, if you started like at 10 o'clock, if you punched in at 9:53, you started getting paid from 9:53. But if you punched in at 9:54, that counted like the 6 minutes before 10 o'clock. And then I would stay the 6 minutes, I would stay 7 minutes after my scheduled time. Because a lot of times, if you had more than so many consecutive weeks having more than 32 hours, they had to make you full time. And they would schedule me for exactly 32 hours. So every week I would pick up an extra like 10 or 15 minutes when I worked, which was just enough to put me over the minimum of the 32 hours. And then when I reached the 6 weeks, I went into personnel and I said, you know, I'd like to be made full time. And then they explained the rules to me, and I said, well, okay, but if you check my time card, you'll see that I am full time now. And so they said, well, we'll have to check and we'll let you know. And I said, okay, fine. So they checked, and guess what? They had to make me full time. And you know what full time was? 32 hours. So I was already working the 32 hours. Well, actually it was 33, but I was working 32 hours and not getting full-time credit. So I wanted my full-time credit, so that's what I got. I know that was kind of like cheating the system, but sometimes you got to go around a system to make it work. I wouldn't condone other people. Well, you know, I always kept track of people. I know, because when I was a manager, I always checked to make sure people weren't getting around the system, because I knew how to do it. Anyway, well, guess what? We're here, and I still got 6 minutes to spare. Let's hope I have a loss. No, let's know I'm going to have a loss. Not going to be huge, but I'm going to have a loss, and I'll get closer to that 50-pound goal, because I have with the 21st and the 28th. So I got 2 more weeks to reach my goal, and I have every intention of reaching my goal. So I'll talk to you guys in a bit. Well, guess what? I did lose. I lost 0.9, so I'm down to 256.2. I am just so happy. At 48 pounds lost. I have 2 pounds to get to my 50-pound goal. I have 2 weeks to do it. I plan on being good this weekend. No lost weekend for me. And it's raining right now, so I don't know that I'm going to the soccer game. I'm going to call Danny to see if they're still playing. I know that they still play in the rain, but I don't know if it's raining this hard. I don't know. So, okay, let's go to the soccer game and then on with the rest of the day. I can get birds to my bird feeder, but nobody wants to go to the hummingbird feeder. They're all fighting out there. Where are my hummingbirds? I think they flew south for the winter now, but hopefully they'll find me in the spring. Maybe these guys will put out a good word for me. Okay, I had a pretty busy day today. I didn't go to the soccer game because it was raining so hard, and I just didn't feel like sitting in the rain, so I didn't go. And then I did go to find out about David's phone. I don't know if I told you he dropped it and cracked the screen. It is under, we have insurance on it, but he still has a $150 deductible. But the phone is out of stock, so I got to wait till the phone is in stock. But I filed a claim, and that's, so I'm just waiting for them to tell me I can mail his phone back. He's able to receive calls and receive texts, but he can't send anything out. So he's going to be without a phone for about a week or so. He's going to be lost. He's just going to be completely lost. And then I did make the pasta visual recipe, and I did post it earlier today. Hopefully you can check. I was really surprised. I checked my figures because I did post how many points for each thing, and I think I did it the right way, and it came out that it was 5 points for a 1-cup serving. I didn't tell Jim it was a Weight Watchers pasta visual. I just, because it didn't really say it was a Weight Watchers. It did say it was from the Olive Garden, and but the way I made it, if I did it right, it came out 5 points, and it was really good, and Jim liked it. He really did. He had another bowl, and he says, well, don't freeze all of it, because I'm going to have some of it for my dinner tomorrow. So I have a whole big container of it in the fridge for him to eat out of that. And then what else did I do today? I went to Jimmy John's for lunch, and I had a Coke, and I had my Jimmy John's sub, and I had some chips, and I had some dip, too. It wasn't good. But, you know, I'm going to be back on track tomorrow. Christy's not coming over, so we're not going out to lunch, so I'm going to eat healthy tomorrow. I'm going to treat tomorrow like it's Monday and just go from there. I had my last week it was Sunday, this week it's Saturday. I have to work on getting those 2 days together, not screwing up. Because I'm only 2 pounds away. I'm 2 pounds away from my goal of 50 pounds. And then I'm on to my next goal of 75. But I have to conquer the 50 pounds first. And I know I'm going to do it. I really do. I've got to the 31st of October and I'm going to do it. I know it. Not like if I eat like I did today. Because, I did have the bowl of the pasta visual soup. I had a cup, not a bowl. I had a cup of the soup because I had to taste it. You know, you can't serve something to somebody and not know if it tastes good, you know. You don't want them going, oh yeah, that was really good. Oh, that wasn't a good look. Showed all my chins. I have more than one. I'm sure most people do have more than one, but I don't like to, flaunt the fact that, I don't want to brag, but I have more than one. I have more than one chin. Most people only have one, but I have more than one. Jealous. I know you're jealous. I know, I'm being silly now. I'm just in a really good mood. It's my perfect day today because it rained all day. I love the rain, I really do. And I know it's a morbid thought, and I feel bad for the people that attend my funeral, but my idea of a perfect funeral day, did I say wedding? I meant funeral. But my idea of a perfect funeral day is the middle of the day. It's so dark, you have to turn all the lights on in the house. And I don't want anybody to have an umbrella because they just stand out in the rain. And then they're all going to say, Sandy's looking down at us and she's laughing her head off because she's got the perfect funeral day. It's just my perfect funeral day. I don't find it the least bit depressing, which is odd. Kind of describes who I am. Odd. But, this is shirt. It's my goofy shirt because I'm kind of goofy today. But like I said, I don't know why, but I just love a dark, gloomy day. It was a dark, gloomy day when Sandy said, hey, this is a pretty good day. Let's go for a walk. Okay, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Why are you still here? I said I'll see you tomorrow. And I know I heard you. Tomorrow's Sunday, Sandy. You don't film on Sundays. You're right. I don't film on Sundays. I will see you on Monday.